Hello, it's Wednesday, it's day 3 in the book of Thessalonians, and we are in, unsurprisingly, chapter 3. And in this chapter, Paul remembers again and describes Timothy coming back. So what happens is they get rushed out of Thessalonica in a hurry. They have to move on, and Paul ends up getting taken to Athens, I believe, and he sends Timothy back to check on the people of Thessalonica because he was worried about them. I mean, they'd only literally been so new to the faith, and he was worried about them. He was concerned for them. So as soon as he could, he sent Timothy back to check on them. And instead of finding, obviously he knew that they were facing persecution, and maybe he was worried that they were only just surviving or only just hanging in there, or maybe they'd thrown in the towel and given up on faith because it was just too hard. But in actual fact, Timothy reports that they're sort of flourishing in spite of the persecution, that they are strong in their faith still. And so Paul talks in verse 9 and 10, I believe, here, chapter 3, let me just find it. In verse 9, he says, or in verse 8, it says, it gives us new life to know that you are standing firm in the Lord. Just before that, in verse 7, so we've been greatly encouraged in the midst of our troubles. So this is in Paul's troubles. And in the midst of his troubles and suffering, dear brothers and sisters, because you have remained strong in your faith. And it gives us new life to know that you are standing firm in the Lord. How we thank God for you. Because of you, we have great joy as we enter God's presence. And night and day, we pray earnestly for you, asking God to let us see you again to fill the gaps in your faith. So he knows that, they're young in the faith. They're new. They've literally only just given their lives to Jesus. And, already Paul's gone. There isn't someone there to teach them what it means to be a Christian. But yeah, it brought Paul and Timothy huge amounts of joy to hear that they were still holding on to their faith. They were still holding on to their faith in Jesus, and that they were loving each other well. And I know that for me personally, and I'm sure for a lot of you, it just brings so much joy when someone chooses Jesus for the first time, and seeing someone grow in their faith and grow to know Jesus more. It's just one of the most life-giving things as a Christian, to be around people who've just chosen Jesus. And I can feel Paul's pain. Like when we've had the privilege of walking with people through Alpha for quite a lot of years now. So we've just had the real privilege of walking with people as they've chosen Jesus. And it's so exciting to be alongside someone. And it's so encouraging to see them find Jesus and discover just the grace and love that comes from Jesus for the first time. That's a real joy. But it's also made me think about how much encouragement I have received from following others who are more mature in faith than me, and receiving guidance from them, and just feeling so thankful for the blessing that you guys actually are in my life. Those around me, those in my church family who have guided me, blessed me, encouraged me, that I've learned from, that I've seen your faithfulness. So seeing the joy and the excitement of someone learning about Jesus for the first time, but also looking at the faithfulness and the wisdom of those that have gone before me as well. And I'm grateful for those relationships. I'm grateful for you, whether you're someone who I've been with at the start of your journey, or whether you're someone who's taught me and encouraged me, and I've been able to learn from you. Thank you. And I'm grateful to God that he doesn't set us off in a silo on our own to do this Christian life, that we get to walk it together. So yeah, I thank God for you today. See you tomorrow.